What's up, everyone? My name is NINAAD and I'm a legal intern at LEXIS and Company, and I'm also a student of the Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. In today's video, we're going to be talking a bit about biobanking and the ethics and challenges related to it. So let's get started. Now, due to an increased demand of due to an increased demand rising from developments in the area of genomics, metagenomics, proteomics, personalized medicine, disease biology, bioenergy, environmental remediation, as well as allied fields, the concept of biobanking has been gaining immense momentum and importance, and its demand has been increasing constantly in recent times. Now, biobanking, or the creation of biorepositories, also known as biobanks, can be broadly described as an organized collection of human biological material as well as associated information stored for one or more research purposes. A biobank is thus a repository that accepts, processes, stores, as well as distributes such biospecimens and related data for academic as well as clinical purposes. The concept is gaining more and more popularity in India and is also revolutionizing research in the country. Now, the Indian Council for Medical Research, that is the ICMR, the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, that is the CSIR, and the Department of Biotechnology, that is the DBT, the major agencies that are supporting this research in India. While these are the most major organizations, ICMR is the national organization and also the apex body that is responsible for developing ethical frameworks and guidelines and also enforcing them pertaining to all these matters. Nowadays, due to these rapid advancements in the biotech field, that new ethical practices and dimensions have emerged. The concerns that are often raised in connection to creating a repository of such biological data are manifold. The foremost and the most basic one in this regard is the issue of privacy as well as data subject anonymity. Now, privacy is a fundamental right in India, but in case of medical privacy, there is a constant tension between the competing rights and the reasoning by the courts in side-driving or addressing these tensions. In all such cases, what happens is eventually the right to privacy is circumscribed by any other right or in the public interest or in the best interests of the relevant parties. Moreover, all the courts have continually recognized the right to privacy as a fundamental right. They have also further noted various sorts of limits applying to this right as an absolute fundamental right. The courts have also taken the position that in many instances, beside the right to privacy, the duty of not disclosing information to a third party based on a code of ethics or ethical guidelines cannot be invoked as a defense that should be always accepted by the court. And these factors are the ones which reveal the serious lacunae in the jurisprudence over the right to privacy in India. The lacunae arise from the fact that although the right to privacy is considered a fundamental right that flows from the Article 21 of the Constitution, which is the right to life, the courts have been always reluctant to stretch its limits and have been rather circumscribing its reach by invoking different reasons at different times. But recently, in 2017, the ICMR itself revised its own guidelines, including primary versions of a lot of these required policy reforms. A new Section 11 was dedicated to biological materials, biobanks, as well as datasets. These new amendments cover various issues like the informed consent form, that is the ICF, storage of biospecimens and data with their personal identifiers, ethical issues related to donors, ethical issues related to research, biological material or data in forensic departments of laboratories, the governance of these biobanks or biorepositories, etc. Also, special issues related to datasets and contingency planning have also been addressed in these amendments. The new guidelines also protect the research participants from exploitation, harm, and injustice by theoretically elaborating upon the principles of essentiality, voluntariness, non exploitation, social responsibilities, etc. However, there is a gross mismatch when it comes to practical application of these very guidelines in a culturally and ethically diverse country like ours. Even so, one can definitely not deny that even though these guidelines are not really solid or really foundational, these serve as a definite starting point for grounding discourse on a range of important issues. It is not too great a claim to say that biobanks require rethinking of our own ethical assumptions and frameworks which we have adopted generally to other issues or related to ethics. As such, there are new ethical structures that are needed to be evolved or devised. The foremost need of the hour is to develop a document that not only protects the research participants but also promotes research in the true spirit of altruism. Thus, all I can say is through relevant discourse and discussion as well as debate, which is really necessary at this time, eventually we are certainly bound to get where we are definitely supposed to be. That is all for this video. If you learned something from it, do definitely like, share, and subscribe. Do definitely comment down below any questions, suggestions, opinions, or queries you might have regarding the video. That's all. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.